Hey everyone, welcome to Bare Elements Live. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. Thank you for joining me today. So today's episode, just get ready because I'm about to shatter a lot of things and there's a lot of information here. It kind of got me all sucked into it. Today we're going to talk about the environmental impact of washing dishes. Now washing dishes, okay, that's something that we do every day. And it's something that, you don't really think about. You get your dish soap and you just start washing. I know that people have their specific brands that they like to use. And, I just want to share some information and some research that I kind of went down the rabbit hole in today. So let's get started. Like I said, there's a lot of information here and I just want to kind of break it down so that it's easy to digest for everybody. But yeah, so let's talk about the environmental impact of washing dishes. Now, I'm sure that you guys have definitely heard about, the conflict between whether it's more environmentally friendly to wash your dishes by hand or to use a dishwasher. Now, I found a lot of conflicting, and that's funny because a lot of this, I found a lot of conflicting evidence and a conflicting research, but, also do research on your own too and find what you find, and I'm just going to share what I found. So, dishwash or hand wash? What is more environmentally friendly? So, there was a study in the journal Environmental Research Communications, and it shed light on this as to what was the most energy and water efficient way to wash dishes. So when it comes to water use, hand washers use approximately 34,000 gallons of water to dishwash, and 16,000 gallons over a 10-year span. And in short, a dishwasher that's been used correctly emits about 63% fewer emissions in its entire life cycle. If you're looking at this research, you would say, okay, well, it's more environmentally friendly to use a dishwasher. But also, this is factoring in if you're hand washing, if you're leaving the water on while you're washing. So, you could also cut down those gallons of water if you are turning off the faucet while you're washing dishes. So, that kind of plays a huge factor as well. Now, there is one way that contributes to hand washing, and that is if you use what's called the two basin sink method. So the 2 basin sink method is filling one basin of your sink with hot water and the other with cool water, and then soaking and scrubbing your dishes in the first and rinsing them in the second, and then letting them air dry. This was the least energy intensive method out of all of the techniques the researchers had tested. The 2 basin method only produces 1,600 kilograms of emissions over 10 years, which is amazing. And I am gonna start using this method. I did not know all the gallons of water it is hand washing. I don't have a dishwasher personally. I would like to have one, but everybody can't have a dishwasher. That's not, it's not realistic. But if you could do I do have a 2 basin sink. If you have a 2 basin sink, you could do the 2 basin sink method, filling up the one and using the other. So very, very good, very eco-friendly, very efficient. But like I said, that method was better than the dishwasher and hand washing and leaving the water on. So let's go to our next topic, toxicity. Now this is a huge, now we're not even getting into what the dishwashing soap or liquid or whatever is in. We're gonna get to that last here, but we're gonna talk about what's actually in it. The toxicity and what are the harmful chemicals for humans and for the environment. So labeling laws for cleaning products are super lax right now. A lot of companies can get away with putting in harmful chemicals that we just can't understand, can't read. You look at the back of a dish soap and you're like, I don't even know half of these words. Yeah, they can put those in there. So this is for hand washing and for dishwashers. These detergents, these products are also made from petroleum base. They're made from petroleum base, just like the plastic containers that they come in. So your top brands of dish soap, which are Dawn, Palmolive, and Joy, these are actually detergents that are made from petroleum products. And they mainly consist of surfactants. Now, a surfactant is a compound used for cleaning because it lowers the surface tension of the water, allowing for the essence, making the molecules slipperier so that they are less likely to stick to themselves and more likely to interact with the oil and grease. So surfactants help the grease come off of your dishes easier. If you use Dawn dish soap, you'll understand, because you soak your pans in the Dawn and then you go and scrub it, and it's, the grease is gone instantly. It foams, and it's really easy to work with whenever you're cleaning. It makes cleaning so much easier, but it's not always safe for the water, the waste water. A lot of cleaning plants cannot get those chemicals out of the water, so it ends up in our water and we're drinking it. So you have another thing about Dawn, which I thought was really crazy, was Procter and Gamble actually sent 7,000 bottles of Dawn to the Gulf of Mexico to help clean up birds covered in the BP's oil spill. And the sad irony of this whole case, so every bottle of Dawn that was used to clean the birds actually added to the nation's demand for oil. Wow. I read that and I was like, whoa. So you definitely want to watch out for the petroleum-based dish soaps, because they are not good for humans and not good for the environment. So now let's get to if you use a dishwasher. If you use a dishwasher, there's different types of liquid or powder that you can use. Now, I don't know if you use the pods. I know there's Tide Pods, or there's pods that are, they have this film and the liquid is in the film. Well, the film is actually called a PVA, and that stands for polyvinyl alcohol. And so many companies claim that PVA is biodegradable. So, you put it in your dishwasher and you turn the water on and it dissolves, like it's gone, you're like, oh, it's gone, but that's conflicting too. I found a lot of conflicting research on that. So people are saying that, yes, it biodegrades and it's it doesn't end up, there's no microplastics or anything like that. Well, there was a study done by the Arizona State University researchers, and they were wondering, what happens to PVAs whenever it reaches the wastewater treatment plants. And when they put the pieces together, they projected that PVA actually goes untreated and is released into the environment. Now we're talking, if you just joined me, we're talking about the dishwashing Tide Pods that have the liquid and the film that it dissolves whenever you're putting it in your dishwasher. Okay, so they did the study and they're learning that, they projected how much PVA goes untreated and is released into the environment. So this study, published in June 2021, shows that as much as 75% of PVA goes untreated in the US per year. That amounts to about 8,000 tons of plastic material that is being released annually onto land and into the waterways of our country. Wow, that's insane. Something that you think would completely biodegrade because, you put it in your dishwasher and it dissolves, you think it's gone. Wow, these PVAs are definitely not healthy for us as humans, and definitely not healthy for the environment, because if the water waste, can't be treated, then it's ending up in our drinking water, and people are drinking it, consuming it, bathing in it, and it's definitely not good. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is antibacterial detergents. Now, the overuse of antibiotics is likely contributed to the rise of the antibiotic resistant strains of bacteria. Their use in dishwashing releases these antibiotics into the water cycle. Wastewater treatment plants do not completely eliminate antibiotics, and so this increases the risk for accidental ingestion of antibiotics if dishes are not thoroughly rinsed. So if you're not rinsing this antibacterial soap or detergent or whatever you're using from your dishes, you're ingesting it yourself. The FDA actually encourages consumers to avoid antibacterial soaps. So that is something that you might want to limit if you have those in your house at some point, like washing your dishes with those, because if you're not really making sure that you're getting that soap off, you're definitely going to be eating it whenever you're putting your meals on those dishes. So I found that really interesting, really interesting. Okay, so let's go. So we're talking about the environmental impact of washing your dishes. So now let's talk about the packaging. So a lot of your store-bought dish soaps are packaged in plastic, which is obviously an issue because you're going to be, how many bottles you buy a year. That definitely adds up, and those bottles, usually cannot be recycled. And we're not even going to talk about recycling because, that's a whole topic in and of itself. But a lot of times those bottles can't be recycled, and they're plastic, so they're not biodegradable, and you're just kind of adding to that. I personally really struggled with the dish soap. It was really hard for me to switch to a zero waste dish soap. Luckily, Jess and I at Bare Elements, we created our own soap, which I absolutely love. But it was really hard. Like, I used Dawn my whole life, and so switching from Dawn to a natural soap was really hard. But after a week I was like, okay, I can do this. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our dish soap because it's amazing. I really love it, and I really think that if you want to make the switch to not only a toxic free but a plastic free dish soap that is great for the environment, I definitely would suggest purchasing our dish soap. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit here. But yeah, so packaging is definitely also an issue. So now let's talk about what can we do to, what can we do? Like, what do we do here? Because, you still gotta wash dishes. You can't not wash dishes. And, buying paper plates and like paper cups is it's not helping the environment either. So what can we do? So what you can do is you can do your own research, which I definitely suggest doing. Definitely looking at what you have, doing an evaluation about this dish soap that you're using, and making the decision if you want to continue to use it or not. That's definitely tough, but with switching to a lower waste lifestyle, you're going to be met with these decisions and these really hard decisions sometimes. But I find that taking it one step at a time definitely helps, because it takes a lot of time and energy to get used to new habits. So the first thing I say, find a plastic-free dish soap. So find a plastic-free dish soap, one that is packaged, that is biodegradable, compostable, one that can completely be broken down and it's not going to end up in a landfill. Another one is to use and make sure that it's an actual soap and not just a detergent. If you find a detergent with toxic-free surfactants, by all means, go for it. Like I said, do your own research, what you're comfortable using. But using an actual soap will definitely break down, and it won't end up in the wastewater, and it won't, cause harmful effects to the drinking water. And, the wastewater plants will be able to filter that out. Okay. So the next step is search for an eco-friendly brand with no toxic chemicals, because chemicals are everywhere. And a lot of times we don't really know what some of them are unless we research them. So it's really important for you to do your research and figure out what you're comfortable using and kind of go from there. Okay, so we've talked about the environmental impact of dish soap, washing dishes. Now what can we do here? So I have us at Bare Elements, we have created our own dish soap. right here. It is unscented and it is great. So the ingredients, I'm going to read you guys the ingredients. Coconut oil, olive oil, water, lye, Aretha powder. So Aretha powder is actually soap nuts. I don't know if you guys have heard of soap nuts, but they are great ways to clean. They are very natural. They help. A lot of times people use them in their laundry. You can actually use them as a natural laundry detergent. You can find it as a powder, or you can actually find the nuts, like the whole nuts. You can put them in a little cloth bag and throw them in the laundry, and they'll actually suds up like a laundry detergent for you. But these are natural detergents, natural cleaners. And so yeah, we have a dish bar. Let me open this up for you. So this is for hand washing. So, you know, if you have a dishwasher, I don't know if you want to use this, but this is specifically for hand washing. So if you do wash your dishes by hand, this would be great for you. So let me show you it here. And it's a beautiful bar, but it is a bar of soap, and it's all natural, and you just kind of stick it on your counter there. And let me show you our dish brushes here, because we do have bamboo dish brushes. I'm just gonna bring out the two that I have just kind of out, because I wasn't really prepared to bring these out, but look, I'm doing it now. So we have a bottle brush, and these are bamboo. Like, the handles are bamboo, and the fibers are biodegradable too. I wish it would focus. There we go. So what you would do, oh, and then we have, this is a pots and pans brush. The bristles are a little bit thicker, and they're hard. They work great. And all you do is you would plop this on your counter, and all you do is wet your brush and just kind of brush it like so. And it'll start to lather, and then you just wash your dishes, and you just kind of go and then wash. It's very, very easy to do, easy to use. This lasts a really long time. Like, this is a huge bar of soap, but I really, really love it, and it's a really, really good swap if you are trying to go plastic free, if you're trying to find better options, you know, out there for, you know, cleaner products for you and your family. But yeah, check these out. They're on our website. Just go to our Etsy page, www.bareelementsllc.etsy.com, and you can purchase these online. So we also have a deal where you can get a set of our 3 dish brushes. And if you buy the set of our 3 bamboo dish brushes, you'll actually get a free dish soap. So you'll be able to try it out for free, and, you know, try out these amazing brushes, because we haven't even talked about the dish sponges and their environmental impact, but they have a huge environmental impact. If you use the green and yellow brush like sponges, there's actually plastics in those, so those are not biodegradable, compostable either. So that's definitely something to think about too whenever you're, you know, on the topic of dishwashing. But yeah, so I just thought that this would be a really interesting topic. It hit home for me because, you know, as a mom, like, I'm always in the kitchen washing dishes. So, you know, it's really interesting to think about what is in the dish soap that you're using, and, you know, the impact on the environment and the impact on humans. It's definitely important, and definitely something that you should research for yourself and, you know, make your decision. But I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I know that I really did, and I'm really grateful for you all for joining me. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, and like I said, if you're interested, go check out our dish soap on our website, on our Etsy. And okay, so thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It's beautiful out. Enjoy the sun. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.